Hey everybody, John here in beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana. And I'm standing in front of the old New Orleans Mint, which is now a museum as well as a jazz museum. So here we are, and look at this. This gate's been open and closed so many times. But here we are at the museum. Former New Orleans Mint. So let's go inside and take a look. It's a National Historic Marker. Dedicated, I believe, in 1975. And here is a placard. So if you get a chance, or if you want to stop it here. But let's go on inside. Here's the entrance. It's changed a little bit. There's their hours. Let's take a look. There's a plaque. I've seen this before. Very cool. And let's go on inside. And it's a jazz museum. As you can see, the New Orleans Jazz Museum. They got a gift shop if you like jazz. So you got to remember, if you get tickets for the museum, for the Mint, you get tickets for both. So you get to go to the Jazz Museum and the U.S. Mint Museum. And a lot of history. And we are going to go later upstairs and take a look at the Jazz Museum, which will be a lot of fun. And one ticket gets you both. So we already paid for our ticket. So a lot of history on the walls. But let's go on inside the Mint. Make sure you come to Louisiana, you come to New Orleans, you have to come here. If you even think about coins, this is a place that's so important in history. So, Confederate, very cool. Here's some coins. And they got a lot of stuff on display, which makes it really, really cool. And there's some crucibles. There's the big brick furnaces and things like that, and prominent people. And here's a typeset. I looked at it earlier. It's kind of a typeset of New Orleans minted. Coins. You get a chance, you got to come take a look. This is so awesome. I've been doing coins for 20 plus years, and I just enjoy so much coming here every time I'm in New Orleans, just to look around, just to see it. It's two people was $20 to get in, so it's worth it. And there's the museum, the Mint. And different people. Songs. There's something. A fake. Making a mold for counterfeiting. New Orleans $50. The old glass that covered the windows. The window coverings. Files and knives. Things I think were excavated on the site when they were excavating. Some of the old things that they found. There's for the Wildlife Fund, or landfill. There's a picture of the old Mint. U.S. Branch Mint, New Orleans. Numbers. Counting. And then Beauregard, Confederate. I actually got a letter signed by him, signed by him, to give leave to Captain R.E. Lee, which was before he became Robert E. Lee, as in General Robert E. Lee. To hold the big vessels in when they did the melting of silver or gold. There's a press. That is just impressive. No pun intended. And the furnaces, I'm assuming where they melted. And the little trolleys and the crucibles that they melted and poured silver or gold. And then we're going to come along where the furnaces are. There's a scale and mail. Very, very, very cool. Jukebox. Gotta have your jukebox. And we'll go over to this side. They did that for sealing letters. There's dies on this coin. Very cool. And I believe the violin of one of the Mint personnel, I think it might be the Mint director, daughter, who used to play. They said you could hear her violin playing throughout the Mint. There's a New Orleans set, which is just beautiful, unbelievable. More. Unbelievable set. This is like every year. This is just unbelievable, beautiful. Scale and the weights and very, they melted, probably to add weight or take weight away. Very cool. Some letters. I'm imagining these are copies. And a shout out to my daughter. Right now she's having problems with her safe in the shop. We got a safe company coming out tomorrow. Sorry, Alex. That's a bullion scale. And it's big, it's large. I mean, that thing is large in the background. So, the Millionaire Calculator. I think you need $1 million education to figure out how to use it. But very, very cool. And then here's what they did to weigh planchets. There was a weighing machine to weigh gold planchets. And it's large. This is a large machine. But look at that. That is so cool. All the intricacies of this device. And then here's the last part. There's another one of those carts transporting bullion or planchets or coins after they were minted. Here's a reviewing table. So quality control probably sat on both sides of this table, as you can see, and the coins would come along and they would inspect them and send them on their way, which is very cool. Here's the back side of the furnaces. This is bullion scale and weights and a cutting press. And here's some parts for that. Here's another bullion scale, another large one. And then, oh, this is cool. New Orleans, a coin can, coin bag. And that's awesome. Coin can. To transport coins in the adjusting department. So they check the weights. And then here is where they would put, and see, that's how it was set up. And they would put the coin bullion straps. So when they put it through the machine and they pressed it to the proper thickness, they would be put here before cutting them, cutting planchets. And there's the side view of this massive press and kind of a front angle. But this thing is huge. It is really cool. Look at this. Look at the ceiling and everything. So that's the Mint, New Orleans Mint Museum. I'm coming through. And look at how they carried the bullion on these carts right here. Look at this. Is that crazy, all of that? But yeah, really fun. You get a chance, you got to come out here. And you get a chance, come on out. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you got anything Leave it in the comments, subscribe, join. More videos coming. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you all watching.